It was a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. Sure looks strange to me.
That was my first tap dance, y'all.
Y'all, we have a purple-inspired soap today from Catie's Bubbles.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. We're so happy to be here and happy that you're here with us. And if you happen to be here during one of our live premieres, join the chat. Meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of folks from all over the world hanging out, and they'd love to meet you too.
And for our mention today, we are getting pretty excited that Halloween is on its way. So excited that we had to buy this from Suavecito to set the mood.
They have Disney licenses, y'all, so they did The Nightmare Before Christmas for their Halloween pomades, and these are awesome. They're water-based, so they
glow
wash
in the
right
dark.
out, and they are fantastic. And this has a really nice light scent. What was this one called again?
This one says Wormswort, which is funny because we did have that same thing written on the other one, but they smell different to me, just subtly. So I don't know if it's probably just by the guy on top, but it smells good.
You know your wormwarts, put them in the comments. But what is our soap today?
Our soap today is Purple Grapefruit, and I have to say I'm pretty excited because I am a grapefruit fan.
I am not, but I love
True.
purple, but we'll get into that later. However, the shaving soap world has saved grapefruit for me, so I'm excited to meet this soap. All right, y'all, so from the sales page at katiesbubbles.com.
A relaxing blend of lavender and pink grapefruit essential oils, one of my favorite nighttime shades.
So, y'all, maybe that's all it needs. Just a little bit of lavender. The grapefruit tree that grew on my grandfather's ranch was just next door to the tin roof that I had to sleep under. So not only did it punish me with its absolutely nightmarishly bitter fruit that should never have been ingested by a human, but every morning at 3 o'clock a.m., it would drop a giant grapefruit on the roof right above where I was sleeping, and it would scare the ever-living out of me. I mean, y'all, nothing.
Sounds like a bomb
because you're out there in the middle of nowhere on this farm, and they had some break-ins. So, like, whenever I heard, I know it was a long family feud that went on between me and this tree. But you like grapefruit.
I do, but now on the medication that I'm on, I'm not allowed to have grapefruit, so I'm kind of excited.
I never even noticed that. I'm sorry, you can't have grapefruit?
No, that's listed on the thing.
I'm not that upset.
It's
that
true.
She can't have grapefruit.
But I can smell this now, so...
And I'm excited because, like
go.
I said, I think this just might have needed something like lavender to fix it for me. It might just be that bitter, sour edge I don't like, and maybe that's what's going to help smooth it over. But
well, let's get our hands on this
we'll know when we let it out of the box. All right, y'all, we ordered 3 from Catie's Bubbles. This is the third, but interesting it came in 3s because Catie's Bubbles has 3 lines of soap. Their luxury line, their premium line, and their shaving cream line, depending on what your shaving needs are
So
that
for
day.
this last little one here, I have
These
to wear
are
my
from the
purple
luxury line. Yo, look at that. I love the labels, and I love this label. It looks like a purple
right,
firework.
confetti
coming off,
everywhere.
Right?
Just looks fun. Huh? I mean, but if you look closer, now I see the grapefruit. But it's
You're right.
purple.
It's built out of a grapefruit.
I thought from quick
center.
glance it was just tie-dye or something.
I thought it was kind of like a little firework pattern. It is a
wow.
grapefruit.
See? Way to look at the label.
Mysteries and wonders, y'all. So let's see how well this is going to fix grapefruit for me when we have our first impression. It is Sarah's birthday week, so she wants a grapefruit soap. She gets a grapefruit
right.
soap, but I'm excited to see how this is going to wash over me.
I really actually completely forgot about the lavender. We ordered this quite a while ago, and we kept trying to figure out which ones to get. And now I'm actually glad that
I
we're
didn't know
getting it.
about the lavender till just now. I wasn't sure what the purple was, but now
we know.
So here we go. Okay, take it in, because I bet you're going to know how I'm going to take this soap.
I'm
So
curious, though.
let's see.
You're right, because I forgot how much grapefruit was kind of like a one for you. So not quite the patchouli lane, but that has been fixed. So I'm curious how this grapefruit
They've all been fixed. Vincent from Gentleman's Nod fixed grapefruit for me in the first couple weeks of the show. So, y'all, I'm not afraid to tread these pathways.
But I'm excited because he actually mentioned that he likes it for an evening shave. So maybe the lavender side is a little more calming than I was expecting. I'm
And
curious.
it is Catie's Bubbles. Maybe there's a tiny hint of menthol in this. Who knows?
We're
what we
going
might
for
find.
it.
All right, open it up. Take it in.
Here's our pour. Just so y'all... Oh, I already got a whiff. That was the thing.
Okay.
Watch
There we
your
go.
nose.
I will
Okay,
keep
careful.
my snipper over here. All
All
right,
right.
take it in. I'm curious to know if it's what you're expecting.
I am too, actually. I mean, I forgot there was lavender, but I do like both of those. So let's see. Oh, wow. I just feel like I left a really fancy spa. Like, you know, like some of the lotion that they use when you get a massage. Like, there is something invigorating, like the grapefruit side, but the calming lavender side.
All right, so I think what everybody wants to know is what happens when grapefruit meets lavender.
They are really good friends, I have to say. I don't think I would have thought to put them together.
Right.
But because of like the herby side and the lavender is like more chill and the brightness of the grapefruit, like they are really good bookends to each other.
Now you got bitter in the grapefruit. What kind of grapefruit are we talking about here?
Oh.
Because grapefruit's like notorious for making you make that face. You know the face.
I don't get the bitter sour side. I just get the brightness and like the almost like, you know, so how citruses can have that cleansing and kind of bright vibe and lighter side to it. They really work here. And the lavender is almost like pulling against it, that herby kind of more down to earth side. Does that make sense?
For me, the sour and the bitter are so indicative of what the grapefruit is about that once you sort of start to shave those off, you're dealt with a little bit different citrus going on here.
Yeah, maybe, actually. Like, I'm curious if I didn't know what this was called.
Right.
And I just took a whiff of this. Like, I really get that I'm leaving a nice, bougie kind of spa vibe. Like, I get why it's an evening shave now.
Right. Would you know it was grapefruit?
I don't know if I would have picked that out. I definitely get a bright citrus, but I don't know if my brain would have been like, oh, that's definitely grapefruit. I mean, now that I know it is, clearly. But I don't know if I would have picked that up right away. Like, there's something very refreshing about it, which now makes sense that it's a grapefruit. But if I hadn't read the label, I don't know if I would have been, I mean, I know grapefruit isn't maybe as much your thing, so maybe you'll get it right away. But to me, I just get a very refreshing, like, hit, like I'd just been rejuvenated. If I was going to bed, I can totally see why this is an evening shave now. Like, it just cleanses your mind and soul and you're ready to just go off to dreamland.
Well, and see, what I'm hoping is that it's not a full character of the grapefruit, because there are a few things about that full character that are a little
bittery.
I'm kind of hoping that they took the charming part, the savory part of the grapefruit, dove into that and sort of carved that out, brought that forward, and then let the lavender balance that out, so that the lavender's not having to compete with the sour bitter sides of the grapefruit, that you're being given the heart of the grapefruit instead, more of a ruby red sort of a
I don't know if those were intentionally taken out, but it's like where they overlap, they cancel out each other. Right.
So
they oddly work really well, that the pokier side of each is like, they blend so well, it takes those out.
Does
that make sense? Like, you know, like they kind of just overlap to like negate that middle part.
And I think that's the charm of a dual note soap.
Yes.
Because I think it's the way just this and just this click that makes it magical. I think once you start bringing in 3, 4, 5, you've got a potion going on. But if it's 2 notes, especially if, like you said, 2 notes that you weren't really expecting, 2 notes that you wouldn't have really put together in your imagination, right? So hold on.
Yeah, take a whiff. I do get a fun, like it outdoorsy side, but I still get that like really fancy, like leaving the spa, or I just am all calm after some. I don't know. There's something in there that really works.
Well, we met up with Phil this morning from Bricktown Grooming in person, and one of the aftershaves that he gave us last Christmas was a cardamom cedar.
Just those 2.
That's all. And every time I have someone smell it, they go, why didn't I think of putting those together before?
And that's what I'm getting from this completely. I get why it's purple grapefruit now, but when I first read this, I was like, no, I want to try and see what they do with that. And I'm glad we did.
All right.
Get your sniffer ready. Here we go.
Strange to me. Let's take it in.
I'm glad this is kind of rounding out the end of our summer. But now that you get a whiff, see if that makes sense.
Wow.
Okay.
Let's have a conversation. I actually got a sense of the grapefruit juice. Y'all, like I was shielding my eyeballs. I was looking out for somebody who had a tiny spoon. I could sense the juice. So as my nose kept going, I was like, okay, well then crap. If you can sense the juice, then you're probably going to get the sour bitter. Yeah. And my nose kept going. But it didn't. It didn't land on the sour bitter at all. The lavender, you were right, is right there to right before you hit the ground and make a very loud thud. It grabs you and it goes, hold on. You're not going to sour bitter town today, kiddo. You're coming with me into a land of sweet softness. But you're going to keep the citrus with you.
Yes.
Y'all, wow, this is beautiful. And you know what? It doesn't have that for me.
No.
This is a Marcus-approved grapefruit.
We need a stamp. There you go.
Yep. It's just sour enough to know that this ain't any other kind of citrus. So this is not going to be a grapefruit masquerading as a lime or a lemon or anything, or orange, anything like that. This is definitively grapefruit. And that's why my opinion of Chris at Catie's Bubbles just went up like another 6 levels, because it's so easy to bring in a couple of other grapefruits and a little bit of a sour thing and call it grapefruit, but that's not. This is absolutely grapefruit and just enough sour to be grapefruit, but that's where it stopped. So knowing how much sour to let this have is the true genius of what's going on here.
Because in my household, we always had the grapefruit and you'd pour the sugar on top and then you'd carve out the little cubbies and have like the grapefruit with the sugar.
Right.
And it's almost like that's what I'm getting here. I'm not getting overwhelmed by the sour side. Right. There's almost like that nice sweeter side that is there, but you have to dig.
And you know how clay has like a beautiful earthy sweetness to it? There is something in the Catie's Bubbles luxury line base that adds its own subtle touch of sweetness in such a beautiful way. So there are some bases, let's have a grown-up conversation, that you have to smell past them to get to what you want. The base becomes a beautiful and beguiling part of the scent. It does it with Waterlyptus. It does it with Saturday Morning.
Yeah, it almost adds like a creamy vibe to it. I mean, look, if you look at that color, like it really almost does add that gentle little hug in there somehow.
I love it. And you know what? I want to go back and do another quick examination of these scent notes because I wonder if there is something else swirling around in here. All right, so sometimes when we go back to the sales page, we find a few things we forgot. So going back to the sales page at catiesbubbles.com.
A relaxing blend, which now I get the relaxing vibe for sure. It is a blend, but it's the perfect amount of blend of lavender and pink grapefruit essential oils.
You know something? How did you make grapefruit an evening shave?
I'm still baffled, but I get it now that I've smelt it. But when I first read that, I was like, there's no way
I've only known one person that ends their day with grapefruit, and they're a serial killer, y'all. So now, hold on. Grapefruit is not an evening thing, and yet this is definitively an evening shave.
I'm still, there's some other secret weapon in here. Right. And I don't know, like what we were saying, like you pick the good sides of each, or are they just canceling out those bittery, sweeter, like things in there to make them fit so well?
It's like the shadow side of the grapefruit.
Yeah, I'm baffled. But it is 100% an evening shave, or if you were on like a retreat somewhere and you were just escaping for the weekend, there's like that leaving a massage vibe.
It's not even that spicy a lavender. It's just such a perfect balance that I want to be able to lather immediately.
There's something magical about the simplicity of this scent that I was not expecting. Does that make sense?
Well, Somewhere Over the Rainbow is a super simple melody, but y'all, you don't get much better. So it's not about complexity.
And there is room in these tubs for you to do your tub lather if you like. We of course both.
Not that there's anything wrong with that,
but there's a nice good space in here 100%. Should you want.
And y'all, this is our Vanillé bowl from deep in the heart of Texas. It's a honeycomb bowl, so if you do have a softer soap, you can just push it right there into the little ridges. And this is our Star Wisp brush from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements.
I was going to match the label with the color action because, matchy is super fun.
She's very good about her Shave the Day
I decided to go with the bright grapefruity vibes and the little purple vibes here.
Your girl here takes Shave of the Day pictures. She never publishes them, but she
can't give away our episodes that are coming up. So, I have a whole little album on my phone, but here we go. Let's see how this magic happens here.
Oh, there it is. Saturday Morning was one of the very first lathers I ever made because, boy, did that Fruit Loops inspired soap make a splash in this community.
And then we had to get the splash because, let's be real.
That's why she's here, folks. Yeah, y'all, one of the things that inspired this whole journey was watching some of our friends now shaving with Saturday Morning, like Fruit Loops on their face, and yet they're just like, oh, this is the best thing ever. I was like, these are my people.
Right, but seeing like big dudes all tatted up, like, it was just something such an oxymoron of like, what did they like shaving with Fruit Loops? Like, now I want to shave.
Shouldn't you be like English leather? No, they were Saturday Morning from Katie's Best Fruit Loops.
That gotta mean
there's nothing
something
better on your face. That's what this world's about.
Grown men shaving with, yes,
absolutely.
We get it now.
Give me some rabid banana.
I haven't even gotten it all out of the crevices here, but there is some serious magic happening.
This is a real grown-up lather. Although we're smelling Fruit Loops, this is for the grown-up table.
But even now, this does. We have Saturday Morning to start the day. Now we have something to end the day.
Oh, and you could put a little grapefruit with your cereal to make it a good part of this balanced breakfast.
I mean, this is kind of taking over the whole bowl here, y'all.
This is one of the benchmarks at the beginning of our journey and what a lather could do. Look at this. I know we never talk about lather here on the Barbershop Duet, but this is really impressive.
Just disappearing. This brush wants it all. Right? It's quite a thing.
No wonder Catie's Bubbles is so beloved. Look at this. All right, y'all. So this is something you will only find here on the Barbershop Duet. This is the You Got That in My Eye whiff on 3, 1, 2.
I don't even think I voted for 2. I went for it.
That's nice. Whoa.
Right?
And
I think
it is
grapefruit
not a like laundry lavender. It is a beautiful shave soap barbershop lavender.
I don't know how a soap can be so vibrant and so relaxing at the same time.
Y'all, and this lavender, building on that. This is not that bracing laundry lavender. This is a barbershop lavender in the best of ways.
Is there a little woody something happening at the back of this? Or it might just be the base, but there's something that woke up.
There be more than 2 cent notes in there.
Like a lighter wood of some sort?
Oh, I sense it in this.
I don't know if that's intentional, but that's what I'm getting.
Like a dark wood, like a teak wood or something in this.
I was getting like a white, bright wood.
Oh, then I'm wrong. There's a spice in this.
Something else.
There's a spice. Not a lot, but there's a spice. Well, okay. The last greater conversation I'm going to put you through today. Grapefruit and lavender both have bracing edges to them. Lavender is like beautiful, soft, floral until it hits that wall, and then it gets like really herbal and a little bit bitter. And grapefruit kind of does the same thing. So what I love about this is they literally, like, my brain is showing me a crash test dummy lab where they've taken a grapefruit and hooked it up to a lavender, and they're going to shove them at each other at 180 miles an hour and see what happens.
That's exactly how they make it.
Because exactly the parts that I would want shaved off of each thing have been shaved off of each thing, so they can kind of come together in the middle and become this new personality for me, and it's really lovely.
And I'm not getting like a gourmandy vibe.
No, it's a citrusy barbershop.
Oh, yeah,
and I never thought I'd say that with this, but
one of their other ones, we said that we had a cloud barbershop for Azure. So there's maybe just a little fun happening here.
And this grapefruit can't fall far from the tree. Let's take this down a little deeper.
Our household had so much fun with the grapefruit vibes. We had the triangle little scooper spoons. Have you seen those? And the sides had little ridged edges so you could dive in and scoop it out. It's a thing.
Spoons made specially for one food, like crab
I'll put
or
a
like
picture
grapefruit.
Here. It's a thing.
You know that's a serious thing when it has its own cutlery.
When I hit college and I could buy my own juice, I would buy grapefruit juice all the time.
You know why I'm traumatized? It just dawned on me.
Oh, not just the tree.
No,
there's more. It
just dawned on me why I hate grapefruit. Okay. Ready? My favorite thing in the world is soda. I didn't get a lot of it growing up at all. I did my whole room in antique Coca-Cola because it was Americana. It was red. It was beautiful. It was Coca-Cola. And it was my favorite thing. So if we ever went out for like a special meal or anything like that, I could have a real Coke, but not at home.
Right.
Now, the other 3 people in my family also loved soda. But they figured out pretty early there was one I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole.
I see where this is going.
And it was called Squirt.
So
guess what was in our fridge my whole upbringing that I didn't like? Squirt. And why is it only dawning on me now that my family probably did that on purpose? Y'all?
He's pissed.
I got screwed.
So now I need to go buy him a case of Coca-Cola.
I mean, I'd be a lot fatter now, that's for sure.
Yeah, why did I like Squirt? There was like a bitter tart thing happening. I think because I get too overwhelmed and it gets too sweet, that I do like the more like kind of savory Squirt vibes.
You know, we realized when we do watch our Ken Surfs videos, we like to watch carefully when he lathers his face. Tells us a lot about the formula itself, tells us about how he made it. So we're going to start bringing a little bit of that into our show here. Just no shaving, of course, but a little bit of lathering. But this is going to answer something important for me, I think. I know. This is going to tell me if I would actually like this on my face. Because just because I've come to an appreciation for the grapefruit scent doesn't mean I exactly want it on my moneymaker for 20 minutes. So hold on a second. Let's find out here.
Oh, there's a lot of slickness happening.
Y'all, look at this. It goes on in coats. You can just paint it on.
Oh, it smells so good. I can get it whiff in my nose.
Climb in my lap and tell me what you want for Christmas.
Yeah, this is a good sloppy.
Hear that?
That's
what you want.
The flop of the brush.
Slap it. Ah, y'all. Okay, so hold on. Now let me just try.
Yeah, we're gonna waste it anyway.
We're gonna see how this is gonna feel.
Let's just see.
Oh,
the smell good?
This is beautiful. Y'all, this is not overpowering at all. This is a beautiful, perfect intensity.
So no squirt soda.
Right, a perfect balance so that the lavender and the grapefruit don't let anyone take over on your face so nothing gets like pokey. Oh, this is nice. I totally get what you mean about the spa vibe.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. Like
just
I need a couple of slices for my eyes.
Right, like the lavender's calming me down and I'm re-energized, you know? Do you agree that this is an evening shave? Like I'm still having a hard time not seeing it as an evening shave.
It's in the dry part of the grapefruit. There is just a dapper, dignified thing going on inside of grapefruit. Well, grapefruit's always kind of one of those foods that you only eat if you're mature enough. grapefruit, coffee, the kind of things they tell you is an acquired taste. So I think it has just enough of that in it that it does have sort of a classy vibe. And I think that's why you're getting that, because it is an acquired taste. It does speak to maturity. It does speak to being able to eat it without making the face that I make every time that I eat it. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Picture it. Stockton, California, Halloween, 1986. You're going to be up telling all these ghost stories with the cousins and then playing a riotous game of hide-and-go-seek out in the farm at night. It's crazy, but it's going to be a little scary. Just about the time you're trying desperately to get to sleep and the storm outside is not doing you any favors, that 20-pound grapefruit is going to break loose from the top branch, and by the time it hits that tin roof right above your head, you're going to start a bedwetting problem, and you're going to get your own. So head over to catiesbubbles.com where you'll find this and a bunch of other cool stuff.
Alright, y'all, I am back from my shave with purple grapefruit, and this lather was just never ending. I was super protected by it, and the smell, I had it sitting next to me on the bath, and it was just gorgeous. I felt like I was in a really, really fancy spa, and I can see myself using this as a nightly shave when I just need to have a nice, relaxing night and enjoy. This will be one of those ones that I go to. So thank you, Catie's Bubbles.
Welcome to Messages.
So we decided for our September giveaway that we wanted to get a $20 gift card to Zingari Man.
There's so much cool stuff going on over there right now. Dorothy Jean, Honeysuckle, it's amazing. To be eligible for this giveaway, all you have to do is send us an email here to wesetyou@thebarbershopduet.com so we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways. And check back here on October 3rd when we're going to choose our lucky winner on the show.
Best of luck.
I'm so glad we did this.
Oh, good. Well, I was hoping.
I love it when there's a set note I am a little iffy about, and I do have somebody's great nose out there to help show me how to appreciate it.
And I'm really glad we have another one that's in this base, because I really feel like we're just starting to get the whole depth of what this is actually happening.
Love this. The more water you add it, the more it's your friend.
There's just never-ending lather here. I mean, come on. We could do like a 3-pass shave. Easy.
And y'all, they've got the gambit over at Catie's Bubbles. They have original scents, they have homages, just about anything you could possibly want. If you have yet to see what's going on over there, go check it out. I think you'll be surprised.
Yeah, or if you have any requests for us, let us know and we'll sneak it in the schedule.
We haven't done yet.
Yeah, don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.